Just think about your morning. You probably checked your email, maybe you paid a bill online, or scrolled through social media. Our lives are just completely digital now. And all of our devices are apps. They're constantly sharing data. But all of this amazing connectivity, it comes with a huge and often totally hidden risk. And that risk, it has a truly mind-boggling price tag. By 2025, experts are predicting that the global cost of cybercrime is going to skyrocket past $10 trillion annually. To put that in perspective, that's more than the entire economies of Japan and Germany combined. We were talking about an absolutely massive problem. Okay, so a $10 trillion problem sounds distant, right? Like something for governments and giant corporations to worry about. But what does it actually mean for you? Well, it has everything to do with your bank account, the smart speaker in your living room, and even your baby monitor. This isn't some abstract threat. It is deeply personal. So, here's our game plan for building up your defenses. First, we're going to look at the foundational blueprint for all security. Then, we'll get to know the enemy, a gallery of modern threats. After that, we'll open up the Digital Defenders Toolkit. And finally, we'll get super practical and talk about how to secure your own home fortress. You can't build a strong fortress without a good blueprint, right? Well, in the world of network security, our blueprint is something called the CIA triad. And no, it's got nothing to do with spies or secret agents. Instead, these three letters, C, I, and A, represent the absolute bedrock principles of every single digital defense system out there. First up, C is for confidentiality. This is all about keeping secrets. Simple as that. Think of it like a locked diary. It means your bank details, your private messages, your health records, all of that should only be seen by you and people you authorize, not some random person snooping around on the network. Next, we've got I for integrity. Now, this one is all about trust. It's the guarantee that your data is accurate and hasn't been messed with. So when you transfer $100 online, integrity ensures that a hacker can't secretly change that number to $1,000 mid-transaction. It's how you know the information you're seeing is the real deal. And the third pillar of the triad is A for availability. This one's super simple, but absolutely critical. Your stuff has to work when you need it to. I mean, what good is a super secure bank account if you can't log in to access your money? When a cyber attack takes a service offline, that's a failure of availability. And as we all know, that can be incredibly frustrating and disruptive. All right, so we've got our blueprint. Now it's time to meet the enemy. Let's pull back the curtain and take a look at the kind of modern threats that are actively trying to find a way through your digital walls every single day. You've probably heard the term malware. It's basically the catch-all name for any kind of bad software. A virus is old school. It needs you to actually click on something to spread. A worm is way scarier. It can spread all by itself across a network, no human help needed. A Trojan horse is sneaky. It pretends to be a useful program to trick you. And ransomware, that's the modern-day digital kidnapper, locking up all your files and demanding a ransom. A lot of the time, the weakest link in the security chain isn't the technology at all. It's us. And phishing attacks are the perfect example. They don't hack computers, they hack people. You get an email that looks urgent, your account is locked. It panics you, you click the link, it takes you to a fake login page that looks totally real, and boom, you've just handed over your password. And these attacks can have devastating real-world consequences. Just look at the massive ransomware attack on Change Healthcare in 2024. This company is a critical part of the entire U.S. healthcare system, and the attack caused absolute chaos. Pharmacies couldn't process prescriptions, hospitals couldn't get paid. It was a nationwide crisis. And the scale of this thing was just staggering. The personal and protected health information of nearly 193 million people was compromised. Let that sink in. That's more than half the population of the United States. It's officially the largest healthcare data breach in history. So you'd think an attack this catastrophic must have been the result of some super sophisticated, brilliant hack, right? Nope. The reality is almost insulting. The attackers got in through a single remote access account that was missing one of the most basic security layers we have today, multi-factor authentication. One simple, totally preventable oversight led to a national disaster. And that brings us to the good news. That brings us to the solution. Knowing the threats is one thing, but knowing how to fight back is another. So let's open up the Digital Defenders Toolkit and look at the essential technologies we can all use to protect our fortress. The firewall is our main gatekeeper, and wow, has it evolved. Back in the 90s, it was just a simple traffic cop with a rulebook. In the 2000s, it got a memory, so it could track active connections. Then came next-gen firewalls. They could actually look inside the traffic for bad stuff. And today, they're powered by artificial intelligence, spotting brand new threats just based on suspicious behavior. Now, people often mix up antivirus and endpoint security, but they're really different. Think of traditional antivirus like a security guard at the front door with a photo album of known bad guys. Endpoint security is way more advanced. It's like having a team of detectives actively patrolling every single room in the building, looking for any suspicious behavior, not just the faces they already know. So, for our personal toolkit, these are the big four. You've got your firewall, the main gatekeeper, a VPN, which is like an armored car for your data when you're on public Wi-Fi. Basic antivirus is a fundamental guard for your computer. And then there's MFA, multi-factor authentication. That is the critical second lock on your accounts that could have stopped that entire Change Healthcare disaster before it even started. All right, this is where the rubber meets the road. We've talked principles, we've met the threats, and we've opened the toolkit. Now, let's get really practical and talk about securing your home network, the fortress where your digital life lives, with real steps you can take the second this is over. Your router is the front door to your entire digital home, so start there. First thing, change the default passwords, both for Wi-Fi and the admin login. Then, turn off so-called convenience features like WPS and UPnP. They're notorious security holes. And here's a pro tip. Set up a guest network. Put all your smart speakers, TVs, and visitors on that. It keeps them separate from your main devices, so if one gets infected, it can't spread. You know those annoying update notifications we're all tempted to ignore? Well, this chart shows exactly why you shouldn't. Research shows that if you're slow to update your software, you are 7 times more likely to get hit with a ransomware attack. Hitting that Update Now button is one of the most powerful security moves you can make. But at the end of the day, all the best technology in the world can't help you if you don't practice good habits. The truth is, the user, that's you, that's me, we are both the strongest and the weakest link in the chain. Our awareness and our daily habits matter more than almost anything else. So let's build some powerful, simple habits. Get a password manager. It's a total game changer for creating strong, unique passwords everywhere. Turn on MFA for every important account. Keep everything updated. And just pause. Think before you click that link. And for an extra layer of automatic safety, look into a filtering DNS service. It's like a bouncer for the internet, blocking bad sites before you can even get to them. Because here's the thing, security isn't a project you finish. It's not a one-time setup. It's an ongoing process. Your digital fortress will always be a work in progress because the threats are always evolving. So the real question isn't whether you're secure, it's what's the next step you're going to take to make your walls just a little bit stronger.